Hey everyone, so Tim here again. I wanted to take a little break from Blast from the Past because I found a really fun deck that I've seen people play on ladder that I wanted to just showcase for you guys. So this deck is Mono Shurima Rek'Sai. Yes, you heard that right. Mono Shurima Rek'Sai. So if you guys have not seen this deck, the whole point of this deck is to turbo level Rek'Sai and just be able to overwhelm the opponent with her overwhelm ability, right? And all the value that she gives you once she levels up. So in that regard, a lot of the cards in our deck are going to be to advance to that level of condition and be able to buff up the Rek'Sai as much as possible. So one of the reasons for Mono Shurima is because it gives us the Berry Sundays right away at the start of the game. So the Berry Sundays being summoned on the field enables the Unleash Energy right off the bat, which is one of the biggest ways to level up Rek'Sai on turn 3 or even on turn 4 sometimes, because the Unleash Energy gives your Rek'Sai +4/+4 by you destroying your own Sundays, and usually that's enough to take the Rek'Sai to 10 damage and be able to level her up. The rest of the deck is really just built around either lurkers or cards that help buff Rek'Sai or predict into Rek'Sai, right? So we do run 3 Feral Prescience to be able to either get the Rek'Sai or try to get the Golden Ambassadors, because those tend to be our key cards. The Obelisk of Power is just a one-off here because I didn't know what else to add into the deck. It can be a little bit useful sometimes, and you can target it with the Unleash Energy to be able to get like a massive buff. So it can be playful sometimes. Shape with the Stun is already triggered right away because of Berry Sundays, and it's a cheap 1 mana +2 attack. Obviously, our lurkers, like I said, we're going to be the hatchling. Pretty much every Shurima lurker we have in the deck, right? So hatchling, called the pack, which gives us value. Obviously, Rek'Sai, Cersei Collar to predict, and then the 2 overwhelm units as a way to kind of give us an alternate win condition in case that Rek'Sai just doesn't get us there right off the bat. And because by us having this many lurk cards, there are times where we're actually going to hit the lurk, even though we are not relying on hitting the lurk. So again, this deck is not relying on hitting the lurk every time. It's relying more on just outright directly buffing the Rek'Sai. The Chronomancer is pretty nice at predicting either the Golden Ambassador or the Rek'Sai. Ruthless Predator is one of our buffs. Unleash Energy is another one of our buffs. Like I said, with Unleash Energy, Ruthless Predator, and the Ship Zone, it's very easy for you to buff your Rek'Sai to get it to the over 10 power and be able to just kind of almost win the game. There are times that you lose the game even when you level up Rek'Sai, but you can almost always win the game because of how much value the level of Rek'Sai gives, right? She stays in the field, she's leveled up, does like usually like 11, 12 overwhelm damage, and she creates 3 other lurk units that you can then use to fill the rest of your board out as you need to, right? And kind of turn into like the regular lurk deck. Golden Ambassador is pretty much another way to draw Rek'Sai, and she also buffs it by 2/2, which means that if you play Golden Ambassador on turn 4, Rek'Sai on turn 5 is going to at least have 5 attack already, and you just do the Unleash Energy, taking her to 9, and the Rek'Sai ability triggers, taking her to 10. So sometimes, even if you get a really awkward hand when you don't get like anything early, like you don't trigger any lurks, you can literally just go Golden Ambassador on turn 4, Rek'Sai on turn 5, Unleash Energy on turn 5 to be able to level her on 1 turn. And then lastly, we do play 2 Random Negations. So again, this deck is all in on the Rek'Sai. So the Random Negation allows us to protect ourselves if we're going for like a lethal attack, to be able to protect against like a Vengeance or anything like that. So really fun deck, really weak against Darkness because they can do Minimorph, really weak against stuff that has freezes because they can freeze the Rek'Sai if they know what your deck is doing. But aside from that, it can also be very weak against decks like Little Fist that can go really wide because you don't have a lot of like early units, right? So if the opponent is able to go really wide and be able to poke you down that way, that can be really annoying as well. But aside from that, I think it does really well against most other decks, and it's a really fun deck when your combo works, as you'll see in the games coming up next. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this deck. Really fun deck. I've seen it around in ladder a few times, so I'm not the creator of it, but I figured I'll finally go ahead and give it a try. I'll see you all at the end of the video. Have a good one. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against, oh no, FTR. This is pretty bad for us, right? Because they have ways to do with our Rek'Sai. They can freeze her, they can kill her. They have a lot of ways to do with our Rek'Sai. I think we want to hard mulligan. Try to see if we can get multiple Rek'Sais in the field. Like, if we get Rek'Sai plus 1 Golden Ambassador, that'd be pretty good. Unfortunately, we didn't get it, so we could send the Rek'Sai back, which will give us a little, because we're probably going to open attack next turn anyways, right? Like this turn we're going to do the hatchling, and the turn after that we're going to do the open attack. So we can send the Rek'Sai back with the call the pack, trigger the lurk and her skill. It's a chance that we're gonna hit the Lurk here. Oh, we hit it. Okay, that's pretty good for us. So we hit the Lurk. So we can potentially do a lot of damage here. Now, if he has the Bile Feast, then obviously that becomes a little bit annoying. Doesn't look like it's the Bile Feast. Ooh. I think none of this is good for us. I think we actually want to get like something else. Because we already have a colored pack in our hand. I think it's fine to skip there. Potentially we get like a Golden Ambassador. We don't. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. So here we can attack and do an additional 6 damage. So at least we can start kind of chipping the opponent down a little bit. And forcing him to have to do something else. Now, if he tries to Bile Feast here, well, we do have the Shape Stone as a backup. So Shape Stone ended up being a great draw. He goes for it. We do the Shape Stone. And that's an additional an additional damage because he's able to heal up. Okay, double Bile Feast. A little bit annoying because we still have the Unleashed Energy though. As long as we have the Unleashed Energy, we'll always be able to level up the Rek'Sai on our next turn. So it's not a big deal. The problem here is that it's very likely that he just has Vengeance, right? But if he does the Vengeance right here, we can draw another one next turn. So that's okay. Well, it's not okay, but it's not the worst thing in the world either. We hit the Lurk again. So that actually hitting the Lurk is huge because he allows us to play this guys. Wow. Yeah, I think that's actually huge. Because now these guys are actually very big and he's going to have to worry about how he's going to deal with these units, right? So the problem that we have to worry about is going to be... One thing we have to worry about is going to be Ruination, right? Does he have the Ruination? If he taps out of 9 mana here, then we're free to play the Rek'Sai. He decides not to tap out of the 9 mana. Do we have to play around the Ruination? I think I'm okay. If he has the Ruination, he has the Ruination. I'm not gonna play around it. He's losing his own Trundle if he has the Ruination. I think he purposely passed to kind of, you know, bait us into not playing the Rek'Sai. I think I'm willing to take this chance. We have a pretty good hand of Lurkers. That's not gonna do it, right? I guess the only problem here is the freeze. Well, we know the Rek'Sai is gonna level no matter what, so I don't think there's any reason to do the Unleashed Energy. I think it's better off to use it for like the freeze. This gives us even more cards. We did miss the Lurk that time, a little bit unfortunate. We have an overwhelm unit. We have another overwhelm unit. Yeah, I think it was completely correct not to play around Ruination. I think playing around Ruination is the losing play. Now, obviously the Vengeance of the Flash Freeze is a little bit annoying. Wow. I'm just gonna pass. 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. I don't need to do anything. I don't think I need to do anything here. Because we have a wide enough board that we can just win next turn and keep the Unleashed Energy in case of like a freeze or something like that. Sure, you're gonna grab the Rek'Sai. We'll do the Sharkling first. I guess we can do the Hatchling instead, right? Because the Hatchling is a Pearson. We already saw him use 2 Bile Feasts. Let's play around well though, right? So let's do this. So this is a pretty wide board, right? Avalanche, alright. Problem for him is that we still have the rest of our cards, so we can still do the Hatchling. Still do the Under Titan. Alright. This is gonna get funny thing is that we can actually do the Obelisk of Power. I like doing the second Under Titan instead. The problem is here is that now if he actually has the Ruination or Vengeance, that's a little bit of a problem, right? Why don't we do the Obelisk first? Because no matter what, we're gonna play the Obelisk, right? Let's do the Obelisk first and see what he does. So now I'm actually scared of the Ruination. I'm not scared of a Feel the Rush. Yeah, I'm not scared of a Feel the Rush. I think it's better to play the Under Titan here. Because we can potentially get the Spell Shield. So we can do the Unleashed Energy on this one to get the Spell Shield on both of them. Ah, there we go. Yeah, So we got lucky. Opponent never had Ruination, so it ended up working out. He did have enough AoE last turn to actually do a lot of damage to us, which was actually pretty scary because he was able to actually kill the Rek'Sai. But he ended up working out for us. That's the power of this deck. You level up Rek'Sai and just kind of beat them down with the overwhelms for GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Zilean Ekko. Can we do well here? I think we can. So we want to keep the Golden Ambassador. All the pack seems really good too. Versus Predator is not bad either. I think we definitely want to keep the Golden Ambassador. I think all the pack is a little bit greedy. Oh, this is... Oh, wow. Okay, double Golden Ambassador might be a little bit weird, but it might work out. We can potentially hit the Lurk here. Maybe we actually try to hit it. I think it's worth it to try to hit it, right? I think trying to hit the Lurk here is not a bad idea. Gives us an alternate win condition. We hit the Rek'Sai too. Okay, that's perfect. So we hit the Rek'Sai, which means that now our Lurkers are going to be a 3 attack. Well, an additional +2, right? We have the Caller next turn to try to do more damage that way. Because what we want to do against this deck, obviously they rely a lot on keeping the units alive. So if we can find a way to get rid of the units before they get like the Echo turn, I think we're able to kind of bring them down before they can bring us down. Because here we can do the Cersei Caller, and yeah, he has blockers to the Cersei Caller, but he's not gonna have blockers for everything. And I'm glad doing the Hatchling because the Hatchling is a chip unit that he has to worry about. Yeah, so here he's gonna have to sacrifice one of his blockers anyways, right? He probably has Mystic Shot here. So it's funny because we're actually probably gonna win more through the Lurk than we are through the Rek'Sai in this game potentially. Yeah, Rex is about a level. Gets the Pearl Presence. He's looking for the Crystal. Gets the Crystal. Does the Crystal right here. Kills both our units. Alright, I respect it. But I think it might be a little bit too early for that Crystal. Because like I said, next turn we can just do... He still doesn't have... I guess he could have the level of Echo if he has another... Yeah, we can just do this. And then next turn, our Rek'Sai is going to be leveled up. As long as we're able to hit the Lurk. Which... I guess actually we can guarantee that we hit the Lurk because we have another Rek'Sai in our hand. Yeah, we can guarantee that we hit the Lurk. What if we do the Chronomancer instead? Actually, I think it's better to do the Hatchling. Let's do the Hatchling first. Forces him to have to block with the Echo. That's not gonna work. So now he has no way to stop this. Wait, we messed up. Wait, we actually messed up. We messed... Okay, it doesn't matter. He ended up having this Crying Sand, so he ends up leveling up. So we actually messed up there because we ended up putting the Hatchling first, which is what we wanted to send back, right? Now, we don't care here. I think we still attack with the Hatchling and with the Rek'Sai. At least get rid of 2 of his units, and we hit the Lurk anyways. So this forces him to be able to have to get rid of his units. We have another Rek'Sai next turn to be able to do. We have the Rana Negation for his thing. He takes the 8 damage, which means that he's losing next turn no matter what. Right? Like, I don't care if he gets the Chrono Break because we have the Rana Negation for it. Hatchling is actually great. Yeah, so here we just kill this. I guess this is actually lethal if we're not careful. If he has the Absorber, he always wins no matter what. So yeah, we just have to block like this. If he has the Absorber, there's nothing we can do about it. Mystic Chest is also annoying. So this is 4. This is 4. So we can do... I think we want to play 2 units probably, no? Instead of playing the Rek'Sai. No, I think the Ambassador is fine. And then we can play the Hatchling. So he's probably looking for Chrono Break or a way to do 2 damage. We have the Rana Negation. Yeah, so he only has 3 mana. So whatever he gets from here, we can just Rana Negation. Now the problem is if he gets 2 Mystic Shots, right? Yeah, if he gets like... Okay, so if he gets a second Mystic Shot, that is a little bit of a problem. We should be able to just win with the Overwhelm next time. Let's see what he discarded, because we know he's drawing 3 spells. Oh, okay, so it's smart enough He's going to predict and potentially get the answer to be able to deal with the Rek'Sai. He needs to deal with the overwhelm from the Rek'Sai. There's no other way that he wins this, right? Especially now that we have the Shapestone. He could have any Ahri here though, right? 2 cards. 2 cards is enough for him to get anything that he needs. Chrono. Okay, so this means that now we just have to attack, right? So we attack, and that's enough for lethal. We don't have to do the call the pack, because there might be a chance that we hit the Lurk here. Obviously we don't. Rek'Sai still levels up, which is 12. We have the Shapestone, which puts it at 14, which is going to be just enough to get over the Voice of the Risen. Because he needs to block with the Voice of the Risen, nothing else. Now, if he has a way to stop this damage, then we lose. I guess technically we don't lose, right? Because we have blockers for both his units. Ah, we got it. We got it. We got it. That was as close as he gets. Wow. Okay. There we go. The Rek'Sai level up ended up coming through and winning us the game. GG's. Wow. That was actually a really fun game there. It really came that close. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Darkness. Now, Darkness, I think, is one of the decks that can counter this deck. So usually losing to Darkness, it wouldn't be a surprise. Just because they're able to get the mini-morphs and have ways to deal with the rest of our units. Now, the random negation is nice. Maybe we get lucky and hit the Lurk in turn 1. Otherwise, this hatchling is going to be a little bit useless. Yeah, so we'll do the hatchling. Or he could have a group shot and just kill the hatchling, right? Which I think is completely fair for him to do as well. But if he has like a group shot, he can just kill it right here. If he doesn't, then we know he has a group shot in his hand. Okay. Lurk! Lurk, Lurk, Lurk! Lurk! We hit the Lurk! There we go. It's crazy how we almost have no Lurk cards in this deck. I guess we do. We have 3, 6, 9, 12 with the Call the Pack, 15 with Rek'Sai. Hatchling will be another. Okay, we do have a decent number. But it's like less than half our deck is Lurk, right? So usually you don't see that like mattering that much. Now, we're good with the Chronomancer here. It's a great blocker into the Catalyzer. We can also just try to get something else to Call the Pack. Like we can send back the Under-Titan and just Call the Pack to hit the Lurk again. The question here is if we want to do that. I think we want to just skip, no? Or we can just play the second Chronomancer. I think second Chronomancer is better to try to see if we can get our Rek'Sai. Or do we need to actually open? He doesn't have anything at 3 that scares me, right? That's the Rek'Sai. So that's what we're looking for. That's why I decided to pick the Chronomancer, because the way that we win is through Rek'Sai. So it's silly not to just play for the Rek'Sai, right? Now here he's gonna do his Catalyzer, and then he's probably gonna have Big Iron turn 4. Wow, oh my god. Oh my god. Do you have the Poké Stick, my friend? This is huge, because this is forcing another skill out of him, which means that he's not gonna have enough wow. Wait, that's actually kind of like a blowout. So he's telling us he has no Bile Feast, telling us he has no Poké Stick. We cannot level Rek'Sai next turn though, that's the only problem. So we can play the Rek'Sai, which we will. So we will actually, okay, now we can level the Rek'Sai. So we're gonna play the Rek'Sai, forcing to have Minimorph or forcing to have Vengeance. Because if he lets this Rek'Sai attack, he's gonna lose the game. Oh, he could still have Minimorph mana, right? He could still have the Minimorph mana. But Rek'Sai still levels up, right? So even if he has the Minimorph mana, Rek'Sai will still level up, which I think is still worth it. So I think I'm still gonna do it. Let's guarantee that the Rek'Sai will level up. I'm also gonna do the Call the Pack here. Guarantee that we hit the Lurk. And also gives us a little bit more units. Plus the Rek'Sai levels up. Because the reason that I want to hit the Lurk there is because at this point, I don't think Rek'Sai is going to live. She's probably going to get Vengeance here or Minimorph. But it will allow us to have units that we can play in the future turn, right? So here he needs to have exactly Vengeance or exactly Minimorph, or it's just going to be game. And then even if he does, he's spending all his mana, which means next turn we have some units that we can attack him with. Well, okay, that's game, right? Oh, he lives at 1. Wait, why didn't he do the well on the hatchling instead of the battlefield? I guess he wanted the blocker, so that gave him the blocker. So then he just dies, because we can play the Snapjaw next turn, and then he loses the game, right? Because he's gonna be forced to block.
You could say I got a life with.
We can play. So we can play the Snapjaw. This forces him to have to block with Senna. We hit the Lurk anyways, so yeah, that's game. This forces him to have to block with Senna. But wow, that was a crazy hard roll for us. The fact that we adopted the English energy when we were about to get to attack Rek'Sai ended up changing the game. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Pantheon Taric. I think it should be okay, right? Because he's not. I mean, the problem is the freaking Concerted Strike. We're attacking on 4, so we can do the Obelisk of Power into the Rek'Sai on turn 4 if we needed to. I don't know if that's enough though. I do like keeping the Mana Negation. Maybe this is greedy. This might be a little bit greedy. I think it's worth it though. Yeah, I think the Obelisk might be greedy. Ooh. This is bad because now it means that we have a very low chance of hitting our... Okay, Predator makes it a little bit better. Now, question here is he gonna commit the sharp side next time? He could technically commit the sharp side. Okay, this is a lot better now because I can guarantee that I can hit the Lurk, essentially. Cersei Collar I think is pretty good. So he can commit the sharp side or the Pale Cascade. Pale Cascade means that he doesn't draw. Sharp side is okay with me. I think I still want to push the 2 damage. I think any damage that we push is better off than nothing. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm completely okay with that. Like, you're spending the 2 mana. It's less mana to deal with the Rek'Sai. This brings Rek'Sai to 6. This brings Rek'Sai to 8. We need 1 more card. So we might not be able to play the Rek'Sai condition yet. I think I'm okay taking. I mean, I'm okay blocking this, right? Like it's not like he's the dragon, so he's not getting the not getting like fury. Oh wow, wait, isn't this? It's not enough mana. We're 1 off. We're 1 off, so it has to be the color. Into another color is not bad. On the Titan though, it's pretty good because the Under Titan is a good blocker. Really? Am I okay with this? It slows us down. I think I'm okay with this. You know what? I'm gonna do the Obelisk right now. I'm gonna make this be a good blocker for the Saga Seeker. I'm gonna let that be a good blocker for the Saga Seeker. We can do the Under Titan. Because he's committing everything into that single card. And I'm willing to do the Ruthless Predator as well, by the way. Depending on what he has in his hand. We can always kill it with Ruthless Predator. So it tells me that he barely has any other card except for the Saga Seeker. The other question is, do we just not block and just take the 5? I think that's also consideration. We can do the Rek'Sai next turn. It's not going to level up, but it's going to put a lot of pressure because we can try to threaten killing the Saga Seeker. While also getting the buff from Rek'Sai. I think it's worth that. I think we do the Under Titan and then do the Rek'Sai next turn. We're able to pull the Saga Seeker with the Rek'Sai. Being able to trade our Rek'Sai for the Saga Seeker, which I think is a fine trade, right? Because I think at this point, if we can go wide enough, he's going to have a hard time dealing with us. That is a little bit annoying. That's a little bit annoying because it means the Saga Seeker is going to be a 7. Can't really do anything about it. And we just die if he gets more overwhelm from that. I'm gonna greed it out. I'm gonna greed it out and do the Rek'Sai. And I'm gonna try to pull the Saga Seeker. Because he's gonna die to just 1 Ruthless Predator, right? That's really annoying. So he just happened to get the second rally, so now he can just kill us with the overwhelm. Well, that's game then, right? Because there's no way that we can get enough to kill it. All we can hope for is that he attacks first. And that we can do block with the Under Titan. We block with the Under Titan, get rid of the spell shield. And then what? We have to do this. Literally have to do it this way. Sacrificing our Rek'Sai. And if he has like anything else. Okay. So our Sharpshot doesn't save it. We level up the Rek'Sai. So we got a little bit lucky there that we hit the Lurk. So we ended up getting baited out by hitting the Lurk. Problem is that we're at 4 HP now. We got super lucky. We got super baited by that Lurk. Like mega like safe by that Lurk. We can make sure that this triggers. We have the Doombreaker. It's a nice blocker. The problem is the Pantheon is leveled up, right? He also has the Cynic play. So the Doomkeeper is a great blocker. The problem is the Pantheon is going to be leveled up. So if he gets elusive or anything like that, we just lose, right? Challenger as well. Challenger, elusive. Yeah, he got the Challenger and the elusive. So yeah, that's game. GG's to opponent, man. Ended up getting what he needed. Maybe we needed to threaten the Saga Seeker more early on. I think the 2 rallies really ended up making a big difference for him. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Twisted Fate and Nami. So the problem in this matchup is the elusives, right? So even if we can level up the Rek'Sai pretty quickly, which we have the hand to do it, the elusives present a big challenge. And I'm willing to keep this whole hand. Because we can do the Golden Ambassador on 4 and have the Ruthless Predators. And I think we need the Ruthless Predator to be able to get rid of his elusives. The Cersei Collar means that we can potentially, you know, do some decent damage on turn 3. I mean, not damage, but at least we'll be able to potentially get the Lurk trigger. Problem here is that he's gonna be... Is Rek'Sai better than Cersei Collar? Kind of just guarantees that we hit it, right? We could just do Rek'Sai instead. I think Cersei Collar is better. It gives us a blocker, a potential blocker for anything. Here we'll guarantee... We should have gone with the overwhelm instead of the 5-drop, to be honest. Although I don't believe this game is ever gonna get to turn 6, so I don't think it's gonna matter. But it might make a difference. So next time we do the Ambassador. So we hit the Lurk. Rex is gonna be at 4. Ambassador puts her at 6, and we'll have enough mana to do both Ruthless Predators to be able to level up the Rek'Sai right away. So now what's important is going to be how much chip damage we can do. He's deciding to draw like crazy. Why? I think this is a very interesting move from the opponent. So he decided to pick a card, sends a card back, and then also does the stress testing. So maybe he doesn't have... So he's going to try to get this blocker. If he blocks, I'm okay with that. So I think I'm okay with the block. So I'm okay with the block because the elusive is the way that we lose. So he has 1 card here. Okay, flash. So he just so happens to get literally the best card he could get. Because now Nami's going to be pretty much leveled up. He gets 3 draws here. We'll still do the Golden Ambassador, I think. TF is a problem against Rek'Sai, right? We do have a second Rek'Sai. So even if he has a TF, that's okay. Decides to do a Mystic Shot. Why? Level up. He wants to get the Nami trigger here. So he does it that way so that he could get the Nami trigger or be able to just level up. The problem is that he cannot play Nami plus play another Flash of Brilliance. Wait. That's wrong, because now you don't have a way to stun the Rek'Sai. You know I have a Rek'Sai in my hand. I'm just going to level up Rek'Sai. The question here is Twisted Fate even a problem? And the other question is, can we take this damage? I think it's okay. Because if he doesn't block this girl later on, it's going to be a lot of damage. So here we have enough to level up the Rek'Sai. A couple different ways. We can do the Call the Pack, which is probably a little bit better. And I think we have to kill the Nami, right? So kill the pack is... Call the pack gets Rek'Sai to 8. Is Call the pack better, actually? I don't think it is, actually. I think it's better to use the Ruthless Predators and just be able to kill 2 of his units, right? So we can do double Ruthless Predator to be able to kill 2 of his stuff, like Twisted Fate and the Daring Portal, for example. Yeah, so here we're just going to go after Twisted Fate. And we're also going to go after the Daring Portal. Or actually, well, we're going to go after this girl, right? So... we'll do it like this. And then if obviously do we attack with this one here? Because if he doesn't block it, if he blocks it with the Daring Portal, he's dying. He's losing the Daring Portal while keeping the Ambassador alive. We kill the Twisted Fate. We kill the Elusive. We just need to survive against dying to the Elusive next turn. He needs to have Nami to be able to do that. Yeah, that's gonna be game. So there was no way here for him to come back from that. Just because he didn't. Like, even next time, he would have needed an Nami, but then he would have been down to just not enough mana to be able to kill us in one turn. But yeah, GG's. It's gonna be TK Raka. Okay. Hush actually is very annoying for us, right? Because Hush can stop some of the overwhelm damage. We drew the Rek'Sai. Wait, we have a crazy hand to just do level Rek'Sai though, right? Wow. Wait, this is actually such a good hand. Probably need to hit the Lurk at least once though. Because this is gonna give a 4. This is gonna be another 2, so that's 6. Wow. Do we need to hit the Lurk at least once? The problem is that attacking into these units just means that you'll always be able to block and heal, right? Alright, we'll do this. Why did we just do Rek'Sai next turn anyways? I think he's fine. I think the Rek'Sai next turn is fine. I don't mind the Rek'Sai next turn. We can do some chip damage. Potentially hit the Lurk here. Ambassador is so good though. Wait, Ambassador is probably better. Ambassador is better, right? Because we can play Ambassador next turn. And then we only gonna have 5 mana, so then we can play the Rek'Sai and level up the Rek'Sai with the Unleashed Energy and still have the second Rek'Sai in our hand. I think Ambassador is better. I think Ambassador is 100% better. He doesn't have a blocker here, so no matter what, we're gonna get in the 4th chip damage. Oh, he's gonna decide to block like this. Alright, that's fair. So he decides not to take the chip damage, which is gonna slow him down, right? Because now he's not gonna have enough for the Star Spring. We're gonna have a Rek'Sai that's gonna be a 6 next turn. Unleashed Energy will automatically take her to 10. I guess opponent could have the Hush. That could be a little bit annoying. So Hush will be annoying, right? So Hush into Acquired Taste will be annoying. But the only way for him to get rid of the Rek'Sai is gonna be to do it now. Otherwise the Rek'Sai is gonna level no matter what. Wow. And here we go. So he shouldn't have a good blocker for this. We level up the Rek'Sai. He takes a ton of damage. We hit the Lurk even. So this is a 13 damage attacker. Even if he has Astral Protection, it doesn't matter. And he's also not even close to leveling up. And then next turn, we just have more overwhelm units to be able to kill as we need to. So, like, how do you block this? You either sacrifice one of your big blockers. Okay, he's gonna do it like this. Still goes down to 10. He can obviously eat one of these girls with TK. Yeah, that's fine. That's just using 2 mana, which I think is better for me. We can also do the red fin on the tank Kench, actually. Actually, that's not bad. Doing the hammer snout on the TK is not bad. Because what the point is going to be a problem with is that we're going to have a lot of units and not enough ways for him to block stuff. Yeah, let's threaten the TK. Threatening the Soraka is probably better though, to be a little bit honest with you.
You leave me no choice.
You can also play the Fearsome. Soraka is actually potentially going to die here, because even if he has the Astral Protection, yeah, this is the Acro part for him, right? If he has the Astral Protection, yeah, he's gonna have to. You have to drag the Rek'Sai, yeah. If you don't drag the Rek'Sai, your Soraka just dies. We have the Fearsome, meaning he does have Fearsome blockers, so that's a little bit unlucky for us. What if we just do this right now? The only thing that he could have is a Guiding Touch. Yeah, I don't mind doing this. Guiding Touch or Sunbless Bigger, which gets beat by the second Unleashed Energy. So I'm forcing him to have to do the second Unleashed Energy right here. Okay, Guiding Touch, cool. I mean, I guess I'm forcing myself to do it. Do we even need to though? He'll be able to heal up the TK all the way to full. Us losing that unit is not a big deal because we can always just kill the TK next turn because we can drag it. We can do the Chaplain and the Hatchling. I think it's better to let it go. And just let him attack. I mean, he's gonna have to sacrifice his Butstopus. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Sure, you heal it to 5. You're sacrificing both Butstopus, which means that now he doesn't have a Fearsome blocker. Doing it like this, you still lose the Butstopus and you don't heal. I mean, if you're gonna drag this, you have to just heal the TK. You have no way to save the Butstopus. Wait, opponent, a little bit of trolley there, right? Because now we have the Hatchling. We can threaten the Soraka. I guess attacking the Sharkling might actually be bad. No, okay, it's not bad. Never mind. We have plenty of buffs to kill Soraka through almost anything. So we just do this and we just win, right? He's gonna have to commit like the Astral Protection on the TK, and it's not enough to save it. So Astral Protection is not enough. It does level Soraka, but then we can threaten the Soraka with a Shape Stone. You could have the Hush. Yeah, Soraka dies anyways. We get both units back. I mean, sorry, the TK dies anyways. We get both units back. Because even if he has like a Guiding Touch, it's not enough to save the TK. Still needs to block with everything. Can't block this one. So we can percent lethal. Okay, now he blocks it. But now he's just going to lose the Soraka too, right? So now he loses both champions. He loses both champions and we still have a full board. I think it's fine to go after the Soraka here because we don't have to rush. We can just win next turn. We still have a decent enough board size. Oh my god. And we can just do the Joefish next turn to be able to win. I like the Call the Pack. I like the Doomkeeper as well. I think no matter which way we do it, we still win. Yeah, that's game. We got too big for the opponent, and the Rek'Sai leveling up the way that she did was just crazy. I think obviously the opponent made a slight misplay last turn, not healing the TK, but I don't think it would have mattered anyways. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Ahri Kennen, huh? So Ahri Kennen should beat us almost every time because they'll have the Homecoming to deal with the Rek'Sai. So Rek'Sai becomes pretty bad for us just because of the Homecoming. To the point that I'm thinking Divine Negation is actually right. I don't think it's right though. I think Divine Negation is a little bit trolly. I like keeping the Call the Pack. Be able to put. We got it back. I like keeping the Call the Pack to be able to potentially bounce back the Rek'Sai. Okay, 2 Call the Pack is a little bit too much. But it might give us the Lurk units that we need to be able to actually win, no? Because what we can do on turn 3 is do the Call the Pack on the Rek'Sai, send it back, and then potentially get a 1-drop. If we don't get a 1-drop, we go really sad. Okay, this is even better now. So now we can just do the Chronomancer. This also makes his attack a little bit weird. Unleash Energy is what we want to do, because Unleash Energy will allow us to level up the Rek'Sai. Yeah, so this makes his attack a little bit weird, right? Because he cannot attack here anymore. I mean, I guess he could. I don't see what he will, though. We can send back the Rek'Sai. We can go with the Sharkling. I like doing the Sharkling. It presents a little bit more damage, right? Obviously, the Ahri's a little bit annoying because then it means we cannot attack with the Chronomancer. Oh, okay. Cool. So now what? Now you're taking 5. The more damage you take, the better for us. We'll do the Golden Ambassador, but we will not play Rek'Sai on turn 5 because obviously he'll be able to use Homecoming. We need to like have the Rattle Negation to be able to stop it. I guess we can play the Rek'Sai. I think we can play. Wow, he's actually gonna sacrifice his cannon. I think that's fine. I think that's actually a good play for the opponent. I don't think you can afford to take damage. And of course, it's because he has the second cannon anyways. Was it better for him to just recall that cannon then and not sacrifice it? I think it probably was. Like, why not recall it? I'm surprised he did it that way. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the Golden Ambassador. And I'm gonna play this Rek'Sai first. So can we take this damage? What if we don't take the damage? What if we just do this? Yeah, what if we just do this? What if we just block? If he resummons the cannon, I'm okay with that. So we can play this Rek'Sai, right? And we can level her up with Unleash Energy. And still keep the other Rek'Sai in our hand in case that something happens, right? Because this is gonna force. So the reason that I want to do it this way is because this is gonna force him to stun or recall this, and it could bait him into thinking that we're too far away from the level up that it's not gonna matter. Yeah, so this is gonna bait out. Wow. So we get the level up Rek'Sai. Even if he's able to recall it now or stun it, we still get the value from Rek'Sai creating all the units. And now our second Rek'Sai can come down on the field, which is a little bit stronger than this Rek'Sai, right? So if he recalls this Rek'Sai, our second Rek'Sai can now come down into the field. Obviously, he's just going to Homecoming or something here. Yeah, there you go. The Ahri is a little bit close to level up. That is a little bit of a problem. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not running out of mana yet. The 2 stuns don't matter. We can summon the bigger Rek'Sai next turn like we talked about. We have enough blockers for everything else. We have Rattle Negation next turn as a backup. What is the concern here? Cannon could be a punish. So he knows we have this Rek'Sai, but I think we always better off playing the Golden Ambassador Rek'Sai because it's a little bit bigger. So it's going to force another Homecoming out of the way. Next turn we can open attack because we have the Rattle Negation. Although we don't have a great open attack, right? So maybe we actually do the Cersei. Yeah, I'm going to just do the Rek'Sai. If he wants to go ahead and bounce it back, I'm okay with that. Because we have another... we can just replay it. Wow. Okay, I guess we can just develop this then. We can go ahead and develop this. Next turn, he's going to have... I guess he can kill this now. Next turn, he's going to have 6, 8 mana. So he's going to have enough to do both a stun and a Homecoming. Which makes it a little bit awkward, because now it's like, do we want to actually summon anything else? Because we have Rattle Negation, but he could have denied backup. If he has... Let's do it like this. If he has the stun, I think we're okay with the stun. We have Rattle Negation. We can call the pack one of the Rek'Sais. Wait, isn't this lethal then? Because we can call the pack the second Rek'Sai and still have Still have mana for Radiant Negation, which now he cannot block. Well, it's not gonna be lethal, but it's gonna be very close. That's 3, 6, and now all our lurkers are huge, by the way. There is a lot of pressure, because now he tapped out of 8 mana. He needed to have the 8 mana. Without the 8 mana, he doesn't win. Now, if he tries to Homecoming, we can just Radiant Negation. Which does cost us a mana gem, which means that we won't be able to do the Joltfish, right? But it's not the end of the world. So this is why Radiant Negation is so... Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm okay with this. We can do Joltfish next turn. We can also threaten a lot of damage here. I want to force him to block. Problem next turn is that we could potentially die, right? Ahri's almost leveled up. He does have the Mark of the Storms. If he has a Kinku, he's also... Yeah, he'll be able to recall this. Okay, cool. So he can recall it and actually kill the Snapjaw Swarm. Perfect. The fact that he did it like that means that it allows me to play the Hatchling here without worrying about the Hatchling being the one that dies. And next time we can do the Joltfish whenever we feel threatened, and then on the open attack we still have like the Radiant Negation as a backup. So how do we lose this? He has to summon... Ahri is leveled up. He does 6 damage on the Ahri here. I think he has to be... Like, we have to just do the Joltfish. It forces him, like... I guess... This is 3, 6 damage. 6 damage warranty. If he has double twin, I guess that's a problem. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. That was a mistake. That's game. He got so greedy, and that's the game right there. We literally killed the Ahri and the elusives and the cannon, so the cannon doesn't even get the value anymore. You can recall one of them to save them, and if you have the third recall, he already used 2 recalls, right? So if he has the third, actually he used all 3 already. So yeah, that's GG. Wow, that was spicy, but it ended up working out. The Joltfish created by our Rek'Sai, or was it called the pack? I forgot. One of the 2 just ended up coming in very clutch. But yeah, GG's. He didn't play around it because it was a Bilgewater card, by the way. So we just had to create it like the gag gamers that we are. But GG's. Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those games. Hopefully those were enough games to kind of showcase the power of this deck. As you saw, we did have a pretty interesting loss against the Pantheon deck because they were able to just kind of commit into one single unit. But again, it happens. You know, even when you level up the Rek'Sai, you can still have a chance to lose there, and that hand was a little bit awkward. The rest of the games you can kind of get the idea there. Just kind of turbo level the Rek'Sai. It's too much pressure versus the opponent, and there's almost nothing that they can do about it. If you're able to level up the Rek'Sai on turn 4 or 5, usually it tends to be your target to level up the Rek'Sai. Again, really fun deck. I had a lot of fun recording to this video. I hope you enjoyed this deck, something that you can play around with before the end of the season. And if you like what you see, please make sure to subscribe below. I also stream on Twitch and Twitch Sirturmund, where I try to stream 3 to 4 times a week. And you can catch us in other social medias or in our Discord group by checking the links below. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.